reading it. I think I'm doing too much. How many of you guys went to the FBI National Academy and when you heard that song, Thunder, you wanted to just jump up and do a push-up? Was it just me? Okay, just me. All right, I have a little story I want to tell this class here. So on Saturday, February 15th at 2020, Saturday, February 15th, 2020 at 13:38 hours, officers responded to a reported domestic disturbance at the El Cerrito del Norte BART station, where an officer-involved shooting had occurred. The subject was transported to a local medical facility with life-threatening injuries, but was expected to survive. The suspect's gun was recovered. The incident began as a domestic dispute aboard a train, and BART police, of course, were called and arrived to the scene to confront the suspect. The suspect fled the train and went into the trackway where he produced the gun. Subsequently, the suspect was shot by the police. Now, I tell you that story not to discuss the incident, but what happened after the incident. During this time, I was the Contra Costa County Zone Commander for the BART Police Department. On the next day, I was informed of the incident and was asked to do something very critical and sensitive, to speak to the grandmother and care provider of the juvenile suspect who had been shot, and to continue to be the liaison between she and the department. Now, the Academy taught me many things: how to shoot a gun, defensive tactics, report writing, but they never really taught me or prepared me on how to speak to a grandmother whose 16-year-old grandson had been shot several times at the hands of our officers. That first call may surprise you because our conversation went pretty well considering the circumstances. That phone call wasn't about policy or procedure or defending our position. It went well because I demonstrated the 4 C's: character, credibility, compassion, and commitment. Now, before I continue, I do want to thank Director Atkinson and this amazing police academy for this opportunity to be guest speaker for this class. 182, I hope there's something said today that challenges you to think beyond what you have learned in the academy and push you beyond the boundaries to help keep our community safe. We celebrate the multicultural and varied communities that are represented on this stage today. We have Chinese, Chumash Native American, East Indian, Filipino, Yumian, Irish, Jamaican, Italian, Nigerian, and I'm gonna read this, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Russian, Salvadorian, Samoan, and Sicilian. Diversity is a beautiful word that should be celebrated, and our departments will be richer because of the commitment they have made to our agencies. So thank you for bringing that rich diversity to our agencies. Now, to the families and friends who are here in celebratory fashion, we also applaud you and the sacrifices you have made, giving up your time with your loved ones and having to be just a little bit more patient and flexible during this process. As they step into another phase of field training, they will still need your help, your love, and your support even more. To my colleagues in the room, you have invested a lot of time and money in getting these officers to the stage today. And as we continue to give them training, let's not also forget to give them just a little bit of grace. Now, going back to my earlier story about the phone call to the grandmother of the juvenile who was shot, I knew that the first conversation with the grandmother would be pivotal. I mean, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So in that one phone call, I made sure that she saw the 4 C's in me. When the grandmother and I spoke to her as a woman who loved her grandson, no matter what the consequences or circumstances. I actively listened to her while she vented. I didn't deflect, blame, or defend. And at the end of the first conversation, we prayed together. And in that brief moment, we were connected, and she saw the compassion in me. I demonstrated my commitment by calling to update her every week, even when there was nothing to report. And when I said to her that I was going to do something, I did it. So why am I telling you this story? In today's time, communities are hurting. They don't know what to believe or who to believe. But what we do know is that they want to feel safe. While you're out there being proactive and making good arrests, remember to build trust and legitimacy. The more credibility you have in the community, the more you show compassion and a high level of commitment to keeping them safe, the greater the opportunity to build trust and forge stronger relationships within our rich and diverse population. So your mission, should you decide to accept it, is to make every day in law enforcement count. Make it intentional. Arrest those that need to be arrested, and make other considerations for those that don't. You can do your job with care and consideration and still take people to jail. I'm a witness. So handle your business like the Academy has taught you to do. Now I want to end on this poem by Maya Angelou because I think she says it best. In a world where lies weave webs, the honest path less tread brings peace to heart and head, with where truth lights always ebbs. With every step in sincerity, a soul walks in clarity. In a world rife with disparity, honesty is their clarity. Choosing truth in every deed, a life of integrity they lead, a beacon for those in need in their honest creed. SB 182, stand in sincerity, walk in clarity, lead a life of integrity, and be a beacon to those in need. This is your charge. Be safe and take care.